Tonight, President Trump is threatening to invoke the Insurrection Act following protests in Minneapolis. This comes hours after a federal officer shot and hurt a man. It follows last week's shooting where an ICE officer shot and killed Renee Good.
Invoking the Insurrection Act would deploy U.S. troops to Minnesota. The last time it was used was by President George H.W. Bush during the 1992 Los Angeles riots. Ivan Rodriguez reports tonight.
Heated clashes between federal officials and protesters erupting in Minneapolis Wednesday night after a federal agent shot and injured a man days after another protester was shot dead there.
I'm not mad at you.
The Department of Homeland Security says an immigration and customs enforcement agent tried to conduct a targeted traffic stop of a Venezuelan national who drove off, crashed, and fled on foot. When the officer caught up with him, DHS alleges the man resisted arrest and began to, quote, violently assault the officer.
Our ICE agents are following the law and running their operations according to training. Last night what we saw was 3 individuals weaponize shovels and brooms and attack an ICE officer that had to defend himself.
DHS Secretary Kristi Noem says federal agents are following the law and standard protocols. She also suggested people should be prepared to provide proof of citizenship to officers.
If we are on a target and doing an operation, there may be individuals surrounding that criminal that we may be asking who they are and why they're there and having them validate their identity.
In a Truth Social post, President Donald Trump threatened to invoke the Insurrection Act to deploy federal troops to the state.
The Insurrection Act is a tool at the president's disposal, and I think the president's Truth Social post spoke very loud and clear.
State and local officials are calling for calm.
I really hope that the president does not do that. That's not what our city needs right now.
As some residents fear what could come next.
I am very scared. I'm worried that I'm not even able to go to school and feel safe.
I'm Ivan Rodriguez reporting.